Guys, the Chicken's here, bringing you another Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're getting into the Season 10 Tech Tree Guide to help you guys get to the top of the leaderboards, just like the Chicken has here. Guys, I do appreciate you use the code CHICKEN in the shop if this helps you out. That is a great way to support the Chicken, and I appreciate it. So, let's get right into the good stuff. So, here's the Tech Tree, guys. So, this is what we know. Now, I always max out Gunboat and Landing Craft to start with, just because they're so cheap, and you need the Landing Craft 100%, obviously. Gunboat is kind of, you know, I might just do it to rank 3 to save some tokens. But here's basically the biggest thing. So we get, you know, these defenses. You want to get troop health, 100% get riflemen and max them out. Get machine guns. I would skip the multi-node for right now. It's not that valuable for how many keys that it costs. And I would get flares to at least rank 3. And I like to get all the defenses to rank 3 at least. Now, I probably, if I would go back, I think I would max out mortars before machine guns because they do more damage to riflemen. And we were facing a lot of riflemen, guys. So, and then we want to get to the third engine. And this is where it gets tricky. So here's your two choices. Here's the choice that I made. I'm going up the left side. I'm going up and around to get, I'm going to get Kavan as my hero, but then I'm going to come back down, I'm going to get smokes, get the multi-node, and then I'm going to get troop damage. But then I'm going to 4 engines. Now, the other way that you can do this is you can get brick and troop damage, and that opens up a few options for you. Brick with rifle Gren, heavy Gren, all heavies with battle orders is actually pretty strong, and the battle orders is going to speed up the attacks, right? So that's the biggest difference with getting brick, is you speed up the attacks. But if you get brick, you are not getting the shock mines for a little bit. You're gonna have to wait on those, depending on, you know, how many chests and keys do you have. And shock mines, so far, seem to be a lot better than battle orders, regardless of the troop combination. So we'll show you right here. So I'm still using all riflemen. Basically, when I'm looking at a base and I'm attacking right now, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for flamethrowers and I'm looking for mines. If I see too many mines well spread out, then I know riflemen aren't going to work. Or if I see a lot of max flamethrowers, then I know riflemen aren't going to work. That's when I'll mix in heavies, and I'll either use all heavies or heavies and some riflemen. Anything else, I'm just going all riflemen. And it seems to be working really well. So you see right here, we don't see flamethrowers. We don't even see mines, which is pretty crazy. So we're able to just walk this guy with all riflemen, and it works really, really well. So we're using the shock bombs. The shock bombs are nice to have. I mean, cluster bases are not working because of shock bombs. So the riflemen are able to just kind of walk right over top of all these guys. And then we'll show you some defenses where the shock mines are coming into place. So again, this guy, you know, it looks like a lot of people are going the brick route, and I would probably lean towards the way that I did it. And I don't think brick is going to be as important as we progress throughout the season. I think Kavan is going to be a lot better. Kavan always proves to be the better hero for later metas. And, you know, although brick might be better right now, I still think that's kind of debatable, and it's a lot of keys to go the brick route versus getting all the other stuff. And you're also missing out on heavies. Now, heavies have not been as dominant early on as we've seen before. So let's show you guys some enemy attacks that are using brick. So this guy's got brick, and he's got all heavies. So this is good. So you see right here, he flares the heavies, and sure, he's going to get through the base. He's going to take down everything. But look, he hit almost every shock mine that we had, except 2 of them. And we beat him just on time. So, I mean, you know, it's a toss-up. Let's get into a live battle here and see what we can do. Now, we are a little bit higher in the ranks, so it takes a little bit of queue time. Plus, there's just not that many people online right now. Okay, good. Here we go. So this guy has shock mines, so this will be interesting. Let's go. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna go. We're just gonna spread them out kind of like this, and we're gonna use our shocks right away. 1, 2, and we're gonna take down all of his good defenses right off the bat. Let's go like this. Now, I think this is the first base I've gone against that's actually also had shock mines, so this is going to be interesting. And look at how, look at how much they slow us up. I think shock mines are better than brick, guys. I really do. But we'll see. We'll see as the season plays out. 324. And for your time, I mean, if your attacks are taking you longer than 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I would say that's probably going to be an issue. Now, his last shock mine here doesn't look like... Oh, no, it's in the right spot. Yeah, so, I mean, anything under 310, like our attack here, you might want to, look at how your attacks are going and things like that, because typically, unless I see 310 or above, then I know it's kind of up in the air as to whether we won or not. So, this guy did not have brick, it looks like. He just went all heavies. And we were able to take advantage of that, and we got the win with the shock mines. Yeah, the shock mines, man. I think that's the biggest thing. So regular mines and shock mines are huge. Regular mines are going to counter riflemen. Shock mines are going to counter any of the speed attacks with brick, with heavies, with Grens. Now, the thing is with Grenadiers, sure, they're good. Sure, they're going to take down the base, but they're slow. They're slow, and this is a base race meta, so we can't really harp on this enough because you have to unlock Grenadiers. Yes, they're going to be good. Yes, they're going to be good with battle orders, but they're too slow, I think, to use. Now, if you're going battle orders, troop damage, rifleman, grenadier, could be viable. Could be viable. There's probably a place for that in the meta at some point. But it's tough to say. It's tough to say. So let's just stick to the tech tree here. And, yeah. So the defenses to upgrade... You want to upgrade your splash defenses. I think it's important to try to grab cannons or boom cannons if you can. I'm going to save my keys for the next couple upgrades. I think I'm going to save my keys for Kavan. I think getting second wind is going to be really nice with those extra riflemen. But we also have some... I should probably get flamethrowers too. But I think that's basically my plan, is to go up and around Kavan, smoke, multi-node, troop damage, and then just save up keys for 4 engines. Because this way we're going to get medkits too, and I think medkits are actually going to be really nice with riflemen. That's going to help it a lot. Now, when we get into 4 engines, it looks like heavies and Zookas are going to be good. That could be also good with battle orders, so I mean, that could be decent there as well. But heavies and Zookas are also going to be good with second wind, so it'll probably a little bit better because you'll get that, you'll get the secondary healing with Kavan as well. And then we have artillery and we have shock launchers. So 4 engines is really going to be there's a lot of good defenses. Like we have rockets, we have shocks, and then we have our first prototype right there. So I think we're going to see at 4 engines, we're going to see kind of 2 engines on the side, 2 in the center, with like a lot of clustered, like really good defenses in the middle. With like shock launchers probably spread out on either side. So yeah, I think that's going to slow down kind of the rifleman spam, the heavy spam attacks, and then we're going to move out into more spread out heavy Zuka, heavy Grens, rifle Grens, things like that. And I think second wind is going to be a lot more important than battle orders is. That being said, we do have shock bombs, so the cluster bases aren't going to be as they're not going to be as good just simply because we have shocks. I went against a couple clustered bases this morning, and I was just able to use shock bombs to to just walk right over top of them with riflemen. Like, it did not matter how many defenses that he had, just because we had shocks. And I think level 1 shocks are fine for right now. If you want to upgrade them, I would upgrade them once or twice. But there's nothing else to spend gunboat energy on, so to just put down another shock because you don't have it upgraded, I think is, I think that's perfectly, that's probably the optimal way to do it right now, and save your upgrade tokens for troops and the statue points, health, building damage is going to be nice. Now I would still get building damage over maxing out specific defenses. That's kind of the way I went. Like, rather than getting max snipers and max mortars, I just went with building damage. Because having them at rank 3 and then having the building damage means they're all going to be You know, essentially the same thing as having them maxed, and then once we go back, we can max them out, and it's gonna be relatively cheap. So, guys, that is the first quick look at, you know, 3 and 4 engines. We'll get into 5 later on, but yeah, that's your early starter guide for Season 10. I hope it helps you out. If you have any more comments, tips, and tricks, leave them down below in the comments, and we'll make sure to pin them to help everybody out. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one. Guys, check it out. Back.